want to bring you back to your values that you were talking about: integrity and honesty and open communication and transparency. Um, have you taken that and traveled in that outside of your career, outside of Kodak? What have been some of your hobbies? Are there other nonprofits or other items that you've been very passionate about that you have taken these skill sets to?
Um, you know, I would say during my Kodak career, between Kodak and PMI and raising a family and all, I probably had enough on my plate. But over,
Yes.
over, over the past couple of years, though,
Mhm.
uh, I've always uh, wanted to be involved in service efforts, and I've had the opportunity to work on a regular weekly basis with Habitat for Humanity and also with the Red Cross. And in Habitat, there you go, construction project,
There you
right?
go, right?
Build a house. And 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 what's interesting is that I have a couple of friends also retired who were also Kodak,
Hmm.
who we kibitz about what are they doing right and wrong in terms of the planning here, and
Right.
of course we're the experts, so we should be given a more of a handle on that. We say facetiously. Uh, One of the things that we learn in that kind of environment is uh, everybody has different challenges. And
Yes.
one of the challenges in Habitat, for example, is you're dealing with volunteers. There's a
Yeah.
couple of paid foremen, but most of the people showing up are volunteers. And they could show up any given day and not tell you in advance. So
Hmm.
any given day for a 6 or 7 hour shift, you don't know who's coming and who isn't. You don't know if they know which end of a hammer to use, or if they're quite advanced and bring their own tools. So you're dealing with all this variety, and it's
Right.
like and so we then look each other kind of with a smile on our face and say, yeah, how do you plan for this? It's a little bit more challenging.
You plan it
Or
the minute ahead.
yeah,
It's called
well,
agile.
exactly. It's true. And the paid foremen that are involved, who are both experts in construction and experts in leading volunteers and being patient with them and being good communicators,
Yeah.
they know how to deal with that, and they deal with it every day.
Yes.
And I'm fascinated by the kind of job that they do. And every 5 minutes, it's like, oh, that didn't go right. Okay, what? So and they've already got in their mind, contingencies. Here's
Okay.
okay. Plan A didn't work out. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Plan B. And we've all learned to deal with that, and we've had a lot of fun with it.
That is so cool. And you must have a wide age range as well. Everything from high school students doing community
You,
service.
you can get high school or college age people involved. They might traditionally come in on a Saturday
Hmm.
and help build something. During the week, it's normally older people who have the free time, who are
Right.
retired. They don't have another job to go to, or college or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
believe it or not, I'm one of the kids on the regular staff.
That's fantastic, though. So, do you know which end of the hammer to use?
I do, and I'm left-handed, so I have a left-handed hammer.
Really?
She got her. She got her.
My son's left-handed, so I was trying to think how that would work. I thought there was only one direction. All right.
We try to send people looking for left-handed hammers if we think we can get them on that. They spend a
Oh,
few
you would have gotten me. I really would have stood and thought about that one. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness, that is
minutes.
fantastic. What are you doing for the Red Cross?
Well, the Red Cross is a little bit more difficult to think about, I think, in project management terms. Well, in some project management terms. There are things that we plan for. There are, and I've lent my skills, my planning skills and communication skills to that. So a good example is every year they have an all-day install smoke alarms project
Okay.
around the city of Rochester. It was canceled this year because of the pandemic.
Okay.
But a year ago in May, they installed over 800 alarms.
Wow.
It was about, there were more than one in a house, so approximately 400 different houses, all free to
Wow.
the customers, and teams of 2 or 3 people would go out to install them. So this was all within an 8-hour workday, morning shifts and afternoon shifts. They installed alarms at over 400 houses. It's really a good thing because it's going to save lives, and
Yeah.
we've proven that it does. So that kind of project where you had to communicate with customers in advance, hey, we're
Hmm.
going to be coming to your house. Are you going to be there for us?
Hmm.
Have you tied up any vicious dogs? You know, all those kinds of things. We dealt with that, and I was on the logistics side of it, making sure that we used Kodak Park, or Eastman Business Park, right on Ridge Road, where the building that has the theater on the ridge in it. We used their gymnasium in that building this past year as the central spot where volunteers would meet, pick up their stuff, take a Red Cross car out and go. And we were using the parking lot right next door for assignment of vehicles. So that's a big deal. That's a big
Hmm.
project.
Hmm.
Definitely has a specified, goal and completion
Yep.
to it. And I was happy to assist with that. There are other things. What I routinely do is I'm on a shift each week if there's a fire, and we're
Okay.
first responders, not in terms of putting out the fire, but in terms of meeting with the victims and seeing
Right.
how we can give them some kind of assistance. You can't plan for those. All you can do is have your procedures ready in terms of when this happens. Here's who's going. Here's what we're going to do. Here's who to contact if you need additional help. All that kind of thing. So
What's
I,
interesting that what you've shared is you shared that throughout those three items from Habitat for Humanity to Red Cross, and then initially with Kodak, Kodak, you in going from industrial engineering, with that one, you were able to take traditional project management principles and go from discovery to planning to ensuring you have the right folks and the stakeholders, the whole thing, right? The whole kit and caboodle. But when you go into um, Habitats for Humanity, you're not sure which volunteer you're going to get every day and what their skill set is. You really have to rely on other parts of it, which is having a subject matter expert on deck and ensuring that you have backup plans and contingency plans, and that person is that knowledgeable that you can immediately put those into effect. And then with Red Cross, you are able to talk about not only a set project with a set scope, 400, 800, 400 homes, 800 smoke alarms. You have the set logistics, where we're going to deliver and all that. But then you talk about the on call, just in time of needing to dig into your toolkit. And what are you relying on? Known processes that work, known procedures that work, known sympathy that works. So
mhm.
that human nature of project management comes out. So thank you for giving us a very diverse view of how being a project manager, you can be a project manager in any area of your life. You don't have to be a project manager. It's having those skill sets and those tools in your toolbox and knowing which ones to pull out, which ones to utilize when.
Well summarized. I couldn't agree with you more.
I
So,
love that. That is so educational for me and hopefully incredibly educational for others, because that's one of the things that where I think we can really diversify and share.